sa Blue Eagle kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay ating mista sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawan ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing hiling at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Coming up next, SKL. Share ko lang, mga kwentong Serbisyong Kusang Loob on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan. Sa Blue Eagle kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay ating gusta sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawan ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayon, tulong at tulong. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Mare, alam mo na ba ang latest? Ano yan, Mare?
Ops! Tama na ang chismis. Good news naman. Makinig sa mga kwentong legit at may antig. Mga makabuluhang storya ng paglilingkod. Mga kwentong Serbisyong Kusang Loob. SKL.
Share ko lang!
Kasama ang Jesuit Volunteers Philippines at ng Radyo Katipunan. Ma-inspire sa mga kwento ng paglilingkod ng kusang loob.
Share ko lang!
I-share mo na yan!
Magandang araw everyone! Welcome to episode 28 of SKL Share Ko Lang. Mga kwento ng Serbisyong Kusang Loob ng Jesuit Volunteers of the Philippines or JVP. This is your space for real stories, soul stirring moments, and conversations that just might change your life.
We're streaming live on JVP's Facebook and on Radyo Katipunan's Facebook and YouTube pages, so please join the chat. And each episode gets uploaded right after the show, so you can catch it anytime on demand.
We are your hosts for today, Share Ko Lang. Ako si JG Sabio, Jesuit Volunteer Batch 14. I was assigned in Morong, Bataan, and I was an informal teacher. We welcome today our new member into the SKL team and host who will introduce herself.
Thanks, Kuya JG. So, ako naman si Ross. Ako ay taga Taguig City and Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. Ako ay naging Jesuit Volunteer Batch 34. Assigned as a teacher and guidance officer sa Mount Carmel School of Siargao. So, ngayon ako ay isang clinical psychologist doing private practice.
Okay. So today we are joined by our two guests, Ate Heidi and Sir Dax, my fellow local executive officer. Both former Jesuit volunteers who said yes to this bold and beautiful mission many years ago. This episode might resonate with you lalo na sa mga kabataang naghahanap ng purpose or deeper why in life. We're diving into stories from Jesuit volunteers, young people who gave 1 year and some even more of their lives to serve in underprivileged communities here in the Philippines.
Yeah, JG, I think they're also looking forward to attending the 45th anniversary Grand Reunion
Yes.
next week na
Yes.
on June 27 to 29 at Loyola House of Studies in Ateneo de Manila. What's so powerful about this gathering is that it's bringing all of these people back into the heart of the JVP mission.
Yes, before we get to know even more from our guest, let's start with a prayer.
So let's just remember that we're
Yes,
always
Ross.
in the presence of the Lord.
Yes.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of mission, the willing hearts you brought together, and the communities we journey with. We lift up all our volunteers, past and present, who have generously shared their time and talents in service, as well as our partner communities who generously open their doors for us and continue to inspire us. May Jesuit volunteers and alums be renewed in strength and joy as they continue in the mission they were called to do. And may our dear partner communities equally be renewed in strength, joy, and the resources they deserve for the good of all. Let our journeying together bring comfort, hope, and a reminder of your love for each other, especially those most in need. Help us to serve each other with humility, kindness, and compassion. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for the beautiful prayer, Ross. Is there any significance of that prayer for you?
Yeah, alam mo naman Kuya JG na spirituality is one of the core values of JVP.
Is it? It is really our saving grace, no?
Yeah. I'm sure we're all excited to meet Ate Heidi and Kuya Dax. But for the sake of our new listeners and viewers, let's introduce JVP first. What is JVP nga ba? So, the Jesuit Volunteers Philippines Foundation, Incorporated, engages in nation building by recruiting, training, and sending college graduates and young professionals as volunteers to the different parts of the country with greatest need.
Yes. Ano ang mga trabaho ng JVP sa area ba? Iba-iba, minsan judge sa talent show, minsan choreographer, kahit anong kaya gawin. But mainly, JVP focuses on 3 major ministries. Formal education, which I came from
Right.
somehow.
Me
yes.
too, yes.
Yes. And the second is socio-pastoral engagements, the
campus
campus
ministers,
ministers.
yes.
And lastly, the socio-economic development, mga organizers, community
Yeah.
organizers.
Working with the fisher folks,
Yes.
the farm folks.
Farmers,
yes.
yes.
So let's warm things up with a few intro questions so our listeners can meet our wonderful guests. Ayan. So, our dear guests, so Ate Heidi and Kuya Dax, can you please introduce yourself? So your name, your mission assignment location, and what were you doing before volunteering? Ayan. So siguro we can have Ate Heidi first.
Naka-mute.
Yeah, I think you're on mute at
Yes.
hand. There we
Ate
go.
Heidi.
So I'm
Yes.
Heidi Gustilo.
Yes.
Full. It's sounds foreign.
It
So I'm
is.
married to French.
Yeah.
31 years ago. I was already working at the Assumption Socio-Educational Center, where I was already assigned. That's also my assignment. That's where I graduated, and where I was once a scholar. So, during that time, aking trabaho ay teacher din. Kasama ko ang dalawang taga JVP Manila na si Ana at si Donna.
Donna Flynn.
Yes, Donna Sermeno.
Donna Sermeno.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
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 Yes, yes.
Thank you, Ate Heidi. How about you, Kuya Dax?
Magandang hapon po sa lahat.
Magandang hapon, Dax.
Maayong hapon.
Maayong hapon, ikan diri sa Davao. Ako naman, dating magpapari sana. So, pagkatapos, bago ako pumasok ng JVP. So, naka 10 taon sa loob ng seminaryo.
Oh.
bago ako naging JPP.
Malaki kasalanan JV pala. Umalis ka.
Actually, parang may trend. Okay. Actually, parang may trend na ganyan, Kuya Dax. No? Hindi ko alam, pero nung batch namin, Kuya JG, meron kami tinatawag na alay. Parang kada batch, meron
Meron dapat.
talagang alay
Meron.
na either galing sila sa seminaryo or sa
Meron,
kumbento
meron.
or papunta.
Ako bumalik. No?
Bumalik.
So, ano tawag nun? What inspired you to join JVP ba? Ate Heidi.
Ako, I was already working. I came back to Assumption a year right after I graduated. So I worked as a volunteer.
Okay, ever since.
And I felt a deep desire, of course, to give back to the community since I was once a scholar there. Assumption, Barrio Obrero is a mission school of the Assumption Sisters, in Assumption, San Lorenzo, and Makati. It was then that I met the Sister Marge, whose passion and vision deeply really inspired me. So together we were parang inviting some of our graduates to come back and serve with me. I was the first graduate of that elementary school, actually, by the way.
Wow.
So, around that time, we heard about the JVP. No? And Sister March and I dreamed of creating the something similar volunteer program. So, but infused with the Assumption spirit of love and service. Parang ganon. When we shared this idea to Tim, and Father Kreutz, Sister March, I think, approached them. They welcomed it. And that's when I joined. And that's how my volunteer journey began.
So, ikaw naman, Dax? May bumulong ba sa'yo?
Ako naman ay...
What made you join the JVP? May bumulong ba sa'yo?
Ay, totoo. Tulad po ng sinabi niyo.
Ay,
Parang
yun
may
pala.
anghel na bumulong. Kasi wala akong ka-idea ng JVP. Galing akong Oste. So, laking Oste. So, kabilang bakod ako. So,
Yes, yeah.
True to your shirt
so
today, Kuya Dax.
walang ka-idea. And then may biglang isang anghel na naging coach namin sa clinical pastoral education. And then, binigyan niya ako ng isang napakaliit na papel. May nakalagay na JVP at saka number ng JVP. Yung Bellarmine office pa dati. Doon nagsimula yung aking journey bilang
Journey
JVP.
also.
Ganun
Okay.
lang.
So, we're going to the warm up our questions.
Oo, so iba-iba talaga yung pinanggalingan natin, no? So, para lang medyo mag-warm up tayo into the meat of the session. So, let's ease into it with a few light and fun questions. So, think of this as our getting to know you more. Siguro our question number 1 would be, what surprised you most about your mission area? So, pagpunta nyo doon, ano yung pinaka surprising for you? Sige, Kuya Dax muna.
Yes, Kuya Dax muna.
Ay, yung pinaka-surprising siguro sa akin is yung lamig.
Ha?
Kasi yung unang assignment ko po ay nasa Cabanglasan, Bukidnon. So napakalamig. Tapos during that time, hindi ko na alam ngayon because of climate change.
Yes,
During that time
yes.
namin, napakalamig, alas 7, alas 8 ng umaga, sobrang foggy. 3 p.m.,
Ganda.
sobrang foggy.
Oo.
So, yun, galing akong Aklan, so mainit masyado, sa coastal area. So, totally opposite. So, yun yung surprising sa akin. So, kada umaga, talagang kailangan mong sumigaw
Wow.
habang naliligo.
Habang naliligo.
Yun yung masaya. So, that's the first
Walang
surprise
tigil.
sa akin. No? Kada araw yun. Sumisigaw ka habang bumubuhos ka ng tapo. Sumisigaw ka. So, wala naman nakakarinig. Bundok yun eh.
Yes,
So, sigaw ka ng sigaw.
yes. Yes. Actually, meron ako mga kasama dati na volunteer na dyan din sa area na yan assign. Minsan hindi na daw sila naliligo sa sobrang lamig. Ayan.
Hindi
Thanks for-
pwede sa akin kasi teacher ako the time sa Cabanglasan. So, kailangan ko
Oo.
maligo, kailangan mag-i-sample sa mga estudyante. So, kahit sumisigaw, kahit titiisin para lang mag-i-example.
Oo. So, nagko-cold bath na kayo bago pa mauso yung ice bath na
Yes,
trend
yes.
ngayon. Ayan. How about you, Ate Heidi? What surprised you most about your mission
Like what I
area?
said, ako yung unang graduate. Tapos when I finished my college, I went back. So the first day, so I was assigned as a teacher. My first day was really a mix of nerves and awe. Kasi, di ba, ang mga students, mga neighbors namin.
Yeah, kilala
Kasi
na.
balik ako, balik ugat. So I remember entering the school where I would be teaching And when I entered, I would know the faces are similar, are familiar. So, and then I would just say, di ba parang na-nervous din ako. Then I always say, kasi very mental, ano ako
Yes.
na tao, this is where hope begins. Parang kasi yung pag-volunteer ko, it's really, parang, di ba, very idealistic.
Yeah.
But you want to show, parang it's just, you don't have to tell the children that there's hope, but you are there, you are the hope. So
Present.
parang yun, very idealistic, yun
Yes.
ang aking unang araw sa
Yes.
pag-teach.
Very
Everyone
happy.
was also parang, parang neighbor din namin si Miss. Parang ganun. It was very, very good experience.
So, with that, now let's go into the heart of your experiences. This is where we hope our listeners really hear the power of what 1 year of service can do. So, this is called looking back, no? So, what inspired you to become a volunteer back then? Diba? That's one. And another thing, what could you add?
Yeah,
Ross?
and what was the most memorable or life-changing experience you had during your time as a volunteer?
Yun, so. Ate Heidi, you can go first.
Yeah. Ako, there
What
were
inspired
many
you?
moments. There was a moment when one of my students, a quiet, malnourished boy, came to me, hugged me after class, and whispered, "Thank you, Miss. Now I like coming to school."
Yan.
So parang that small moment parang broke me and built me. I knew then that presence, that even my skills, even more than the words, can really touch and can really heal. So that was one of my most memorable experience or life-changing experience.
So, ikaw naman, Dax?
Yeah, first dun sa inspiration, bakit ako
Yes.
napasok ng JVP.
Yes.
Katulad nga ng sabi ko, no, theologian na ako eh. So, malapit na, no?
Malapit.
Pare. Pero, isa sa mga namumutawi palagi sa akin, sabi ko, kailangan kong maging maalam din sa mga taong pagsisilbihan ko. So, dahil doon, talagang naghahanap ako actively ng isang community na pwede kong pagsilbihan that time, na labas sa estruktura ng simbahan. No? Parang kailangan ko maintindihan nang hindi ako kilala bilang seminarista, na magpapare, na normal na tao. So, at yun yung binigay niya sa akin, no? Yung isang pirasong papel, at napasok ako doon. So, the inspiration is really to know more kasi plano kong maging pare. So, kailangan alam na alam ko kung anong gagawin ko, sino yung pagsisilbihan ko. So, yun yung nangyari. But in terms of memorable naman, no, reflecting on that, lumalabas na sa 2 taon na naging JVP po ako, no, taliwas dun sa iniisip ko, no, mas lalo akong sabihin nating nag-enjoy at in a way nalunod doon sa pagiging kabahagi ng community. No? At dahil nga doon, napagdesisyonan ko na I think ito yung buhay ko. So, yung memorable doon is yung araw-araw kang nasa community, kasama mong mga tao, nagkakape kayo, kausap ko yung kapitana, habang kausap ko siya, naglalaba siya. Yung ganong simpleng mga bagay na hindi ko dati na nagagawa, hindi ko dati na-experiencehan, doon nakita ko siya at mas nagbigay sa akin ng kahulugan, no? At yun yung dahilan bakit ako nagpatuloy at hindi na bilang pare but bilang isang taga-silbi na ngayon sa community, lalong-lalo na dito sa Mindanao kung saan ako nagsimula bilang JVP at napahaga ngayon. That's 20 plus years na.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very interesting, Kuya JG, no? Kasi both si Ate Heidi tsaka si Kuya Dax, yung inspiration nila was to deepen more yung service na ginagawa
Yes.
na nila, whether someone who's organizing volunteerism in the school or someone who was supposed to go to the priesthood. But when they came to the community, mas lumitaw yung connection with the community that they
community,
experience.
yes.
Yung hug na hanggang ngayon, 31 years later, naalala pa rin ni Ate Heidi and si Kuya
Yes.
Dax na yung pakape-kape sa community na naalala niya pa rin ngayon, which really speaks to the JVP experience that most of the time, the community actually gives us more gifts also
Yes.
than whatever we share with them.
And it speaks also about one of our 5 S's about
Yeah.
simplicity more than
Yeah.
anything. Diba?
And solidarity.
Yes, and our solidarity. Ate Heidi went back to all the children who she knew
Yeah.
and helped. Diba? So, Dax naman, you had to go to a far place from your home, but it's still the same,
Yeah.
diba? Still the service. So,
Speaking of connection and solidarity, meron ba kayong mga tao, so people who made a lasting impact on you
Yes.
during your volunteer days?
looking back,
Yeah.
were there people who had a lasting impact?
Yeah, this could be someone from the community,
Yes.
someone from your batchmate,
Yes.
someone from the forum team, whoever that might be for you.
Yeah, sa akin siguro, first person na pumapasok sa isipan ko palagi. Si Tatay Matt Sanchez, lahat kakilala siya. No?
Max,
Siya yung una kong supervisor sa Kapanglasan. No? Just Jesuita siya. Nandiyan na siya ngayon, nasa Ateneo na siya ngayon. And then, I think lahat ng Jesuita kilala siya. No? Kasi isa siya sa mga formator. And napakalaking bagay yung tinuro niya sa akin. No? Taliwas siguro sa ina-expect ko kasi pari siya. He allowed me to be who I am and to really understand your community. Kasi this time, kahit ako'y teacher that time sa Father Leone Memorial High School, ako'y nag-extra bilang organizer sa mga indigenous communities. No? Sumasabay ako sa kanya. And then, inaalaw niya yun. No? Even yung, meron pa ako mga art session kasi hobby ko rin yung magpinta. So, kasama yung mga, inaalaw niya yun, no? Kasama sila. Then eventually, maliban kay Father Matt, si Father Kreutz naman, wala na
Siyempre.
siya ngayon. Pero, yung mga big wigs ng Bukidnon, mga fathers ng Bukidnon that time. So, yun yung mga
talaga.
immediate na tao na nakasalimuha ko sa community, no? Pagdating sa, at naging pundasyon ng kung ano ang meron ako ngayon, bakit mahal na mahal ang community, no? Kahit saan man, lalo sa Mindanao, dito na ako, kumbaga, tumanda in a way. So, itong mga tao na to, ito yung mga naging guide ko at nag-inspire sa akin at the beginning.
Max and si Father Bill Kreutz. So, Ate Heidi, aside from the young malnourished kid, must have been all the children who was the
Yes. Well,
lasting
aside also
impact.
from
Because you're still in
aside also
education.
from
Eh.
Donna and Anna, my partners, ang bigay ng lasting impact talaga yung Assumption sister,
Yes.
si Sister Marge. She was the one who believed in me when I didn't even know where to begin. So she introduced me to parang the world of mission and service, and keep reminding me na service is love made visible. So siya talaga. Si Tim.
Service is love.
I would have maybe Assumption Volunteer Philippines also I copied from it, would have been not realized if I wasn't invited or welcomed by him and Father Kreutz. And there was this when I was finishing my college. I had this scholarship and I have to go to Manila. But I went to Assumption, like what I in my school, and I saw young Japanese painting the our classrooms. And I asked Sister Marge, who was then the superior, Sister Marge, anong ginagawa nila? They said they're volunteers, Japanese volunteers who came here from Japan, who parang collected their baon during the year, and then held a project, yung Japanese worker.
Galing.
So feeling ko, wow, sila nga napunta dito with their own allowance,
Yes.
ako, taga dito, ano kaya ang aking ma-contribute? Yan. So, yun ang mga tatlong important na
Lasting impact.
na mga events at mga tao na may lasting impact po sa aking pagka-volunteer at that time. Aside from Donna and Anna.
Yeah.
Ano tao? Last question with Ross. Can you tell us your first day as a volunteer? What was it like? Ate Heidi? So you knew all the students? That's all? Ano tawag doon? You were already expecting it?
Oh, well, they did not expect it. Pero ako, at the beginning, kampante, kaya-kaya
Wow.
yan. Kasi when I was in high school and college, ano may tawag pag may Bible study, sa simbahan, ikaw na yung sa mga Flores de Mayo, di ba, nagtiteach. So parang
Siniserve mo
teacher
na
na ako
talaga.
kahit hindi ako teacher. Pero when I entered the classroom, na parang ito na nga, parang formal, di ba? JVP, ang maganda sa JVP yung kanyang orientation seminar,
Yes,
ang pag-prepare sa amin. Tapos first day, na hindi, I wasn't conscious of that before when I was trying to become teacher in the church. But when I entered and I say, this is really serious because I'm coming back to where I came in. I'm coming back to my roots. And
You were excited.
as a model and as a sign of hope. I should,
Hopeful,
like what
hopeful.
Doc said, I should be a model. So, parang, minsan nga, yung first na day na school ko hanggang ngayon, may lasting impact kasi parang feeling ko, I resented to be good all the time. Kasi parang, I have to be good kasi many young people, even up to now, are looking up to you. Pero so, you have no right to not be good. I mean, you have no right to do bad. Kaya nagre-resent din ako niyan. Pero, of course, dami namang magandang results.
Okay. So Dax, your first day?
Yeah, before saying about something about my first day, no? Correction pala, no? Hindi si Father Bill Croy, si Father Krebs, yung aking, siya na, wala na po siya, pero
Okay.
siya yung naging kasabayan towards the end of my
Year service.
year one as a volunteer,
Okay.
no? So, kasi siya yung avid fan ko sa aking pagpipinta. So, yun. Anyway, so first day ko is basically buong araw nagbiyahe kami. Dumating kami ng Cagayan de
good.
Oro. And then, hindi pa po maganda yung daan papunta
Ilang oras
sa
doon
Pangasinan.
pa?
Noon.
Nako,
Kasi ngayon
Parang-
parang 8 hours.
parang buong araw, buong 8 hours na yon. Kasi halos dilim na kami dumating ng poblasyon Kabanglasan. No? Ang poblasyon po kasi doon ay baryo.
Yes.
Yung sentro, ang tawag town site ng Kabanglasan. So, doon ka pa sa dulo. To the point na habang umaakyat kami, kasi yung sasakyan namin is isang jeep na napakalaki ang gulong.
Hindi kaya na
So,
umakyat.
sabi ko, hanggang kailan pa ba itong biyahe namin? Parang walang katapusan. Pero, going back to that experience, actually, mas naisip ko rin yun, yung point na, ganito yung mission ng JVP. No? Ang pumunta sa mga lugar at magbahagi doon sa mga tao na wala pang pumupunta. Walang naglalakas loob pumunta. Kung meron mga Jesuita doon. Pero ito yung mga nangangailangan. Ito yung mga nasa dulo, nasa tago. Pero
Di may kita.
dahil sa JVP, yun, napapasok sila. Dahil doon, pagbigay tayo ng ating inspirasyon bilang teacher in my case, and then in my second year bilang isang organizer. No? At napakasaya. Hindi kailang maging komplikado. Kasi yung napakahabang biyahe na yon ng first day ko, masaya yon nung katapusan na ng aking volunteer. Kasi nakita mo yung ligaya ng
Yes,
mga
wow,
tao na
tao.
na pagbigyan mo ng 10 buwan. No? Masaya sila na halos hindi ka nila papaalisin. No?
Tama.
Kasi, at yun yung nangyari. No?
Yes.
Yun yung nangyari kasi tumakas po kami. Tumakas po ako doon sa last day ko. Instead na umalis ako ng may
On the day
may
itself.
may dispedida. Hindi. Umalis pa ako ng madaling araw. Kasi
Para mas madali.
nakakaawa na umalis ka na kita mo may iyak, ayaw.
Patay. Ay, lalo mo yun.
And then, ma-extend ko lang ng konti. Last year, isa sa mga bata na nakasama ko doon ay naging JVP na rin.
Wow!
At nakasama ko rin siya last year sa isang lugar na nakasama ko siya sa Sambuanga ng sampung buwan na rin. At this time, ako na yung supervisor niya. So, imagine that.
Full circle moment.
Full circle, yes. So pangalan niya si Joel Diwangan. Anak siya ni Dato Andabaw, isa sa mga elders doon sa bundok, no? So, yeah, sabi ko nga sa kanya, dati, karay-karay ka lang ni ina mo, pero ngayon, JBP ka na. So ganun kasaya kasi yung inspiration mo, nakapag-iwan at nagkaroon ng produkto. Kahit isa lang, malaking bagay. So, parang, masaya.
That goes to our next topic, impact. So, anong tawag doon? Let's talk about impact. It's a big part of why JVP as an organization has lasted for 45 years. So, yung impact talaga ng bawat isang volunteer spending 10 months, going out, sometimes staying there. So, the questions, Ross?
Yeah, parang medyo na-touch on yun na lightly to
Yes.
kung paano na influensyahan yung mga career nyo. So, in terms of your career or life decisions in JVP, can you talk more about how your volunteer year influenced your life or career decisions?
Who's going to be first?
Oo,
Ate Heidi.
Parang napaisip siya. Sige, si Ate Heidi muna.
Yeah. You can take your time.
Well, absolutely. I never felt, parang I never left the path of service. Parang after JVP, I co-founded the Assumption Mission Volunteer Program.
Yeah.
So we mentored young people. Yun nga ang kasi, ang mga volunteers sa Assumption namin, mga same age ko rin. So it was really very challenging at the same time. And then eventually, it took on leadership in leadership roles in education as we move forward, and social development. So my life's work has always been shaped by this formative year. It's JVP and an Assumption volunteer. I call it AVP.
AVP.
So this really gave me roots and wings.
Roots and
Parang
wings.
grounding in service, faith and simplicity. They become my compass. Yung
Yes.
service, faith, and simplicity. So whether I'm leading a program or just sitting with ducks with mothers and children in the poor areas or the poor communities, I still carry the heart of a volunteer.
Yeah.
Parang lumaki na yung edad mo, lumaki na yung mga roles mo, pero pag ma-encounter mo si nanay o tatay, di mo kilala, or bata, you still carry that heart of a volunteer, yung compassion, empathy, yung equality, yung parang solidarity,
You
nandiyan.
try
Kahit
at least.
ngayon hindi yan nawawala.
Yeah, yung heart of the missionary and
Yes.
yung ating core value. So, kung kay Ate Heidi, parang yung kung saan siya nagmula, parang mas lumawak yon with volunteerism. Kay Kuya Dax naman kanina yung narinig natin is medyo may konting detour from the original plan. Ayan, can you talk more about that influence on you, Kuya
Yes.
Dax? Mula sa dapat diretso na sa pagpapare,
10 years,
na-inspire ng mga pare,
theology na.
and yet, mas pinili mo yung path of being a lay community
Yes.
worker. Yeah. Can you tell us more about
Happy
that?
pa.
Totoo. Kasi dahil doon sa saya na naramdaman ko, no, nagpatuloy ako. Hindi na ako umuwi mula Mindanao.
Literally.
At mapahanggang ngayon, nagstay ako sa Mindanao. At nagpatuloy ako bilang nagsisilbi sa komunidad. So, pagsimula sa organizer, tapos ginamit ko rin yung hagdanan kumbaga ng leverage, no? At kakayahan ko para makapag-impluwensya pa ng mas marami pang mga organizers na pwedeng tumulong, no? Dito sa Mindanao, ngayon sa BARM, kasi matagal din ako sa BARM, lalo na sa peace building, and sa mga areas na katulad ng describe ko kanina, yung mga areas na hindi masyado pinupuntahan kasi natatakot, maraming haka-haka, no? So, pero yung naging punla sa akin ng JVP na maniwala ka lang, pag puro yung intention mo, kaya kang magbigay doon at kaya mo mag-survive doon. At actually, ikaw yung mas lalo pang matututo kaysa naman sila yung sila yung mapagbibigyan mo. So, parang mapahanggang ngayon, no? 20 plus years, no? So, hindi man ako naging pare, pero sa tingin ko, naging isang magandang ehemplo din, no? Para sa mga community organizers.
Correct.
Na dito sa Mindanao at least, no? And then napahanggang ngayon, no? Kahit bumuo na ako ng aking organisasyon, no? At pinangalanan pa nga naming serve ang aming organisasyon kasi talagang service, no?
Yes.
So talagang yun yung ginagawa namin. So yeah, paikot-ikot sa Mindanao, sa Zamboanga ngayon, sa Caraga, sa BARM. Yeah. Tahimik na
Connected
kumikilos
pa rin
kasi
kayo.
maraming aspeto, maraming mga lugar na hindi pa masyado na gagalawan at I think yun na yung naging buhay ko ngayon, no? So parang na-fulfill yung ambisyon ko na makapagsilbi. Maybe hindi naging dahil sa bilang pare, pero bilang isang individual na may pagmamahal sa komunidad, no? At ang JVP ay isa sa major instrument doon. Actually, siya yung turning point, no? Kung saan lumiko, nagkaroon ng crossroads, and then pinili ko yon. Yun. So far, isa yon sa mga major decision na ginawa ko sa buhay ko na hanggang ngayon napakasaya. At nag-enjoy ako despite the challenges. Masaya ako na binabahagi yun sa lahat. And I hope it will last.
So, hindi lang vocation, pati address ang nag-change for you, Kuya Dax. And parang while you were talking, parang very highlighted for you yung, go where there's greater need, and sobrang inspiring na pareho kayo ni Ate Heidi and ikaw, Kuya Dax, na
Addressing
you
that
went on to found your own organizations na nagpalawak pa nung
Volunteer program ng Assumption.
kung nung una yung punla ng individual volunteering yung nakuha nyo sa JVP, paglabas nyo sa kanya, nag-set up kayo ng mga systems that could also enable others to also serve. Ang galing, ang galing.
So, I would like to ask lang, is there, if you were to go back and relive one moment from your volunteer year, what would it be and why?
Okay. Sa akin siguro, this is quite funny, no? Na storya. Organizer ako minsan dito ako sa Carmen, sa Davao del Norte.
Davao del Norte.
So, sa dulo pa meron kasing tinatawag na Laguna, yung mga fish ponds. And I have to cross yung isang fish pond, no?
Okay.
And ang nangyari sa akin, nag-cross nga ako. Unfortunately, maulan that time. Nahulog ako sa fish pond. So, nahulog ako, no? Literally nahulog ako. Ang lalim, no?
Oh no!
Pero, bumangon pa rin ako, umakyat pa rin ako. Pumunta pa rin ako doon sa
Basang-basa.
area. Basang-basa. Kasi kailangan mag-meeting kami. Kailangan kasi naghihintay yung mga tao and we have to meet, no?
Yes.
So, natuloy yung meeting. Natapos namin yung meeting. At naging dahilan yun kasi kailangan mangyari yung proposal nila na may angat doon sa local government ng Carmen, Davao del Norte. So, walang ibang option kundi gagawin yon. Dapat mabuo namin yung barangay development plan na yon. So, kahit nahulog ako, tinuloy yon. So,
Grabe.
gusto ko, in a way, parang, this is quite different, no? In the sense na, bakit ko gustong i-relieve yung mahulog ako?
Yun nga.
Kasi, ang idea is,
Perseverance.
minsan hindi mo alam kung anong pwedeng sagupain mo. Pero pag nasa community ka,
You do everything.
you have to persist, no? You have to insist. And you have to be resilient
Correct.
kahit basa ka. Because you have an intention, you have a mission to make.
Clear.
And gagawin mo siya, no? Gagawin mo siya. Kasi alam mo na pag ginawa mo yun, hindi lang naman yung fulfillment ikaw eh. Yung fulfillment doon, yung tao.
Yes.
Hindi mo man lang ma-imagine kung gaano kalaki ang pondong pumasok sa kanila dahil sa ginawa mo yun. Parang sa'yo, parang fun lang yun. It was really fun, no? For me. Kasi nahulog ako, basang-basa ako. I enjoyed kasi I have nothing to worry about that. It was just a fun thing na nahulog ako, basa. Pero it was a serious matter para dun sa community, sa barangay na pinuntahan ko.
For you to be there.
For me to be there and to
Show up.
finish
Yes.
their barangay development plan. Kasi after that, they will be allocated with a fund na mag-change ng kanilang barangay.
Buhay, yeah.
That was something.
Yes.
So, that is something na
something to
pwedeng
relive nga.
i-relieve, no?
Yes.
It might not be for everybody.
But for you, it
hindi
is.
hindi gagawin ng lahat na mag-dive, no? But that was the memorable na experience sa akin na maybe uulitin ko yun kung kailangan, no? Kasi kailangan.
I love it.
Yes. And you, Ate Heidi, if there
Ako,
was one thing
if-
to relive?
If I could go back and relive one moment from my JVP year, I'd go back to one of those many evenings when Donna
Yes.
and Anna and I and the other volunteers would sat in community praying, laughing, and processing our day. So that kind of shared reflections kasi
Yes.
and quiet
Shared
joy
values.
is something I cherish deeply. And I would like to go back to that experience.
Yeah, different time na talaga when you grow up, mature and everything. Maiiwan talaga yung ganun.
Yes po.
Yeah. And we see here na parang the impact of JBP, bukod sa meron tayong objective for the community na si Kuya Dax was talking about, na kailangan maipasa ito sa local government, yung
Yeah.
community. Si Ate Heidi was talking about kailangan matuto yung mga students, they would feel at home. So we have very real objectives
Yes.
in the community. But at the same time, we also see na the formation also of the volunteers is also very impactful to the point na yun nga, you've set up your own organizations.
Changes your life.
Yeah, to enable others.
Your life and others pa.
Yeah,
Yes.
and create that space na yung ibang tao din could experience what you have experienced and create greater impact. I also notice how, syempre itong mga volunteering natin and itong work natin all over Mindanao, they also contribute to nation building.
Yes.
Yeah, which highlights yung ating value on social justice that empowers people.
So, I would like to ask, are you both anticipating coming to the reunion?
Yeah.
Yan. Okay, dahil 45 years of JVP flew by so fast.
45 years!
Oo, gusto ko yung tuwing nagtatanong kami, na napapatingin kayo sa kasi 31 years na.
Malayo.
Oo.
Reliving it.
Yeah, so we're so blessed to have been part of the journey throughout all of these years. And the JVP Grand Reunion on June 27 to 29 will happen at the Cardinal Sin Center in Loyola Heights, entitled Revisit, Refresh, Reimagine. So, ang mga different JVPs from all over the country and all over the world are coming home together for this. So, from moments of service to sparks of faith, from laughter. So, ulitin-ulit natin yung sharing of values na nabanggit kanina. To life-changing lessons. So, why are former volunteers like our guests returning, crossing seas and cities just to be there? So, bakit gusto nyong balikan yung homecoming?
Sinabi na ni Ate, ano tawag doon? Yeah, there's a connection there with
Yeah.
what Ate Heidi was talking about, no? Ate
Yes.
Heidi? You and Donna,
If I
right?
can continue, listening
Yes.
to everyone's stories.
Yes.
Maybe especially my batch. But my batch were we always meet and we always take,
That's
every year
nice.
we would go for a retreat, our batch. So
Wow.
our two nights, 3 days are not enough to listen to each other's stories. But I'm still looking forward to listening to everyone's stories, and seeing where life has taken each one
Yes.
of us, celebrating not just our past, but
Yes.
how can we parang continue to live out our call,
Right.
in our own ways. So, to be more inspired,
Yes. Talaga.
so that, di ba, minsan kami na mga matatanda na,
No.
Di naman.
Wise. The
pero
wisest.
active pa rin sa service.
Yes.
Gusto pa rin namin marinig ang mas matanda pa rin kaysa amin.
Go.
Paano nila na-sustain ang
Oo.
kanilang energy
Oo.
at ang kanila. Kasi that's where we are na eh.
Correct.
Yeah.
Kasi ako, nang taka ako, I said I'm supposed to retire na, but how come my energy is still up and above?
Yes, I can see that, Ate Heidi. I can see that.
Yan.
Yeah, God bless that. Very much.
So continuing being inspired by our
Yes.
continued
Yes,
stories of mission. How about you, Kuya Dax?
Oh, kay Dax.
Well, nasama ako sa dalawang batches. So, I think
attorney
yung
ka.
isa sa mga,
That's why.
batch 22 and batch 23.
Wow.
So, batch 22, I think, maganda lang i-relieve yung sa batch 22 yung, meron kaming kanta, no? Hindi ko na memorize masyado, pero yung title is 11:59. No. It's 8:59 kasi 9 o'clock prayer yan, di ba?
Yes, correct.
So,
9
few of
o'clock
our
natin.
composers na mga batchmate, no? Bumuo ng it's isang song, no? Na 8:59 something like that. Tapos I just wanted to know them. We haven't met since I stayed here, no? Hindi masyado, iilan lang, no? And then of course sa mga The Boys sa batch 23. Hindi ko kailangan hindi ko pwedeng sabihin dito sa public yung mga pinagagawa namin. So, but these are the boys. So, the boys, including the girls.
Ilan kayo sa batch 22, Dax?
Sa batch 22, sorry if I can remember right, mga 20 plus kami. Same with the
23.
batch 23.
Okay, kasi sa amin, malaki kami, mga 40, mga
Wow.
30 plus. Yes, 30 plus, 35 plus. Ate
Yeah.
Heidi, how big were you?
Oh, we're many. Oh, yeah, 20 plus din.
Oh, see, so malaki pa kasi now, our batch 46 only less than 10 I think, or 10. Yun.
Yeah.
So, I bet that's why it's really good talaga na you can come back and
Yeah.
be with your friends. So, kayo, tawag ng Dax, you haven't met with your whole batch 22 or 23?
Isang buo, wala. Never pa akong nakasalamuha sa kanila ng buo kami. So,
Yes.
we're really hoping and calling batch 22 and 23. No?
Good,
Pumunta tayo
good,
lahat
good.
para magkita-kita. No? Masaya kung isang pagkakataon ay magkita naman uli. No? At least after how many years na
Yeah.
nagkakahiwalay. So, pagkakataon na to.
Yeah, so we're all looking forward to it. And dahil nabanggit ni Ate Heidi kanina yung continued mission, parang pumupunta na tayo sa legacy and moving forward.
Yeah, so the legacy and moving forward, no? Do you still find ways to volunteer or give back in your community today? That's what you're both doing naman, di ba? So there's no problem there. And what values or lessons from your volunteer experience do you still carry with you? Sa 5 S's, could you, siguro it's better to encapsulate it there sa 5 S's. Siguro naman, di ba, until now, we're still very hopeful. So we've got to be faithful. That's the most important part of our being JVP, sa spirituality part. So solidarity, you've said it already, Ate Heidi.
Yeah.
There's no problem, right? So, coming with this reunion, being with everyone again, reliving shared values. Kasi it's also the song, yung Munting Prinsipe. That's iisang layunin, magkakasama pa rin. That's very true about all of us. I want to say something about the last mission mass. Si Blas was worried saying that, is JVP still relevant? So, I remember Tim, kasi dito ko sa local, sa steering committee ng Manila Local Community, Tim said in batch 4, nagkaroon sila ng reunion. They were trying to think about batch 10, what will happen. So, until now, we're still here. So, I guess, any final thoughts you'd like to share with your fellow volunteers and anyone searching for ways to be of service today? You have any final thoughts?
Sige.
Yeah, ikaw, Dax.
Simulan ko siguro, no? Sinabi ko to nung minsan nagkaroon ng strategic planning. I think towards the end of this year, beginning of this year, nagkaroon tayo ng strategic sa JVP, and then sinabi ko to, ipagpatuloy ang kwento. Yun lang sinabi ko, no?
Yes.
Ang
Tama.
kwento ng paano natin ginawa yung ating volunteer year, no? Paulit-ulit mo siya ikikwento. Kasi wala namang ibang napaka-epektong paraan kundi ang makinig. Magkaiba man yung genre, magkaiba man yung panahon, no? Gen Alpha na ngayon, ano. Pero isa sa mga bagay na palaging namumutawi is ang kwento. Nagiging exciting siya na iba-iba yung interpretasyon at nagiging masaya every time na binabahagi siya.
Yes.
So, sa akin, parang sabi ko nga palagi, pagpatuloy lang natin. I think, ilan na tayo? Total of around almost abot na ba tayo?
Correct, 1,000. Correct.
1,000 tayo.
Yes.
Imaginein mo yung 1,000 plus na kwento
Yes. Correct.
na binabahagi patuloy. Hindi
Paulit
lang
to.
dahil sa kwento na literal mong sinasabi, kundi kinikwento mo sa buhay mo, kahit saan ka mang larangan ngayon. Pinagpapatuloy mo yan. Yung values na dala mo, pinagpapatuloy mo siya. I think, malaking bagay yon na maging relevant tayo. Kasi relevant pa rin tayo.
Correct.
Relevant yung kwento natin.
Yes.
Relevant siya para sa mga susunod na mga henerasyon. At sa tingin ko, hindi nawawala yon. Ang mahalaga is maging aktibo lang tayo na ikwento yon.
Yes.
Maging masaya tayo na ibahagi yon. I think yun.
Very nice. Thank you, Dax. And Ate Heidi, any final thoughts?
Ako naman, I'm now with FEMA Education.
Yes.
Help run our community development, health and education program, nutrition program for poor mothers and children. It's full circle. No? Sabi ko nga, para hindi
The malnourished child.
I still serve the communities. I still listen. I still learn. Continuous yung learn. Kanina, dito ako ngayon sa Cagayan de Oro. Kasi FEMA school kami dito sa CO, yung Cagayan de Oro College. And group of student leaders, about 100 of them. I had a talk about service because I parang encourage them or inspire them to be engaged in this program of helping health and nutrition to the poor mothers and children. And they were talking about service, and I told them, just say yes. Even if you're not sure, you say yes. Even if it's not comfortable, you say yes.
Yeah.
Because I shared my being
Story,
a volunteer because that one yes for me transformed me and the world around. So parang the values and lessons I learned from those in my younger years as volunteer. Yung compassion, humility, and presence. These are the ideas we don't come to save, but we come to walk with.
Yes.
So
That savior.
it is something that we also want young generations to experience.
Yeah. Wow, Ate Heidi, actually, I also work with the FINMA Education, our organization,
Yes.
partners with your organizations. Tapos dito pa tayo nagkita. Yeah, but I'm hearing what Kuya Dax says na for JVPs and alumni out there to keep sharing the story. And Ate Heidi naman, siguro addressing yung mga non-JVPs who may be listening in, yung mga nagdi-discern, dapat ba akong
Yes.
mag-JVP? Ang tip ni Ate Heidi is just say yes. Kumbaga,
just say yes.
kumbaga lundagin mo, baby.
Leap of faith.
Ayan. All right. At dahil dyan, so malapit
Yes.
na po tayong magtapos. But before we close, let's do a rapid fire round. Just say the first thing that comes to mind. Ready na po kayo? Okay, ready na. First one, favorite local food in your area?
Asuman.
Suman.
Dax.
Sisig.
Sisig. Okay. Okay tayo dyan. Next. One dialect word you still remember or love.
Bisaya.
Was that Dax?
Bisaya.
Bisaya. Okay. Ate Heidi?
Guapa.
Guapa.
Ang naisip ko dito yung sinabi ng student ko tinuro nila sa akin, teacher, ang sabihin mo, si may nangutot. Sabi ko, anong ibig sabihin nun? Sino daw ang umutot? Kasi Tagalog ako at tinuturuan nila ako. Okay, next one. Song of your mission year.
Song of your mission year.
Oh, munting.
Yeah.
Munting Prinsipe. Kuya
Sa akin
Dax.
naman, Cagayan Park View
Wow.
Hotel.
Talagang total embrace of Cagayan.
One thing from your mission you wish everyone could experience.
What?
One thing in your mission which you wish everyone would experience. Could experience.
No? Parang SSS, no?
Yeah. So, ano tawag doon? There must be something unique in your area that happened. Wala.
Okay.
There's no problem. There's no
Sa akin,
problem.
meron. Yung kanina, sabi ko, yung
Yeah, yung nahulog ka sa ano tawag doon.
Right.
nahulog at saka yung naliligo ka na
Yan,
sumisigaw.
sisigaw ka. I think, halos lahat doon, doon talaga na-assign talaga.
Okay, last one. One word to describe
Yan.
your mission year.
That's
One
nice.
word.
Transformation.
Yes.
Transformation.
You, Dax?
Magbigay.
Pagbigay. Generosity. So, some JVPs may be listening or watching right now and are still thinking, will I make the effort to attend the grand reunion on June 27 to 29? They feel the nudge, but they're afraid to take the leap. This is your chance to give your last message. One sentence or huling habilin. Please also invite our JVP friends to join the grand reunion. So is there one sentence for each of you?
Like, huling habilin.
Like inviting all the other JVPs, JVP members?
Yes, tata
Okay.
na.
Taka na, very good. You, Dax?
Ang pagkukusa ay kailangang i-renew. So, halina kayo at mag-usap tayo.
Ang pagkukusa?
Ay kailangang i-renew.
Ang pagkukusa. Very good.
Kasi doon tayo nakasentro dati.
So,
And celebrate.
celebrate. Yeah, transform and celebrate. That's it talaga. Come to celebrate. So, to our guests, thank you for reminding us that the best way to find ourselves is to give ourselves. Give off of ourselves. So, with that, thank you also to those who joined us by logging in and left comments, thumbs up, and hearts sa Radyo Katipunan and JVP pages. Let's see what they said and shout out sa kanila, but I don't know how to... I'm sorry, I'm not so familiar with Facebook. So, in closing,
Ito, we have some comments.
Okay.
From Miss Mima Makahilig. Hi,
Yes.
JG, and welcome, Ross. Watching from Cotabato. From Tim
Oh,
Gabuna.
Cotabato.
Revival of AMA volunteer program ang ginawa ni Heidi.
Yan.
Wow! Naging dormant kasi ang original program for many years. Yeah, that's why we're so grateful to be in your
Thank you,
presence,
Ate
Miss
Heidi.
And from Shine, oh wow, Heidi pala founder ng Assumption Volunteers.
Yes.
Wow! And
Perfect guest.
yeah. Curious, although parang nasagot na to kanina, may phone-in question pala tayo. Saan na daw kayo based ngayon? Miss Heidi and Ate Heidi and Kuya Dax.
Yeah, so Ate Heidi is in.
Yeah, sige, Dax.
ako, base ako in Davao. No? Nasa base ako sa Davao ngayon.
So
Okay.
Davao
Dito na ako, kasama ng aking JVP na may bahay din.
Right. Wow! Okay. So life-changing talaga. Okay. Thank you so much. Ate Heidi?
Ako last year, I was in Manila.
Okay.
Because we put up the program. Now, I'm in Cebu because there's a new program.
Oh,
But I couldn't go because I have a house there. No one is
Okay.
there.
So dun ka na pala, Ate Heidi.
Oo,
Okay.
Cebu ako ngayon. So, if some of you are coming here, so I have an extra.
Wow.
That's a good
Ayan,
dedication.
okay.
Okay.
Tatandaan namin yan.
So,
Basta JVP, gala.
Yeah, so-
All right. And so, thank you so much. So, JVP is now in its 45th year with volunteers serving all over the country in areas where they are needed the most. So, see you again, Ate Heidi and Kuya Dax and everyone else who is tuning in at the JVP Grand Reunion from June 27 to 29. To all JVP, see you at the Cardinal Sin Center in Loyola House.
We invite young people, college graduates up to 35 years old to consider JVP. The new members of Batch 46 are currently preparing for their service year that starts in June. Now, they already started, some of them, most of them actually. They have just been deployed to their mission areas. Let's support them through our prayers. Or if you want to support the mission of JVP, donations in cash or kind are always welcome and will definitely go a long way.
You may opt to be a JVP Foundation member and be part of the organization's support group. So sabi nga ni Ate Heidi, just say yes. To know more about JVP, you can email jvpfoundation@gmail.com or visit the JVP FB page, www.facebook.com/jvpfi. Our website is at www.jvpfi.org or visit us in person. So our JVP office is at room 220 MVP Building, Ateneo de Manila University, Loyola Heights, Quezon City. You can also email jvpfoundation@gmail.com or call us through our direct line 0282826965.
So, we would like to thank our guests, Heidi and Dax. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon. Thank you for answering the call for Share Ko Lang, your JVP journey today. We'd also like to thank our SKEL team, JVP Executive Director Blas, Shine, Mima, Kit, Aligs, Giobs, Lara, Leia, Rafa, Jed, and Gina. So, Radyo Katipunan also would like to thank Sir Jojo, Sir Justin, and Sir Ryan. And to our listeners, maybe that little spark you felt today was more than a coincidence. Maybe it's your turn to go and revisit, refresh, reimagine, and attend the grand reunion.
And remember, you don't need to have all the answers.
You don't need to be perfect
You just need to be willing.
to serve, to love, to show up.
SKL or Share Ko Lang, Serbisyong Kusang Loob will be back with episode 29 on June 26, the day before the grand reunion. Same time, 5 p.m. as we continue sharing stories of rekindling purpose, passion, and the spirit of service. So tune in again to rediscover what makes being a Jesuit volunteer a lifelong calling. Remember to check out the Jesuit Volunteer Philippines and please support the program. Ask questions, be brave. You might just discover the version of you that's been waiting to come alive.
So this is JG Sabio and
Ross Fortunado.
reminding you the world needs dreamers and change makers. It needs your heart. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, basta good news, share ko lang.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sanay ka na ba sa mga chismis? Fake news? Bad news? Good news naman! I-share namin sa inyo ang good news. Samahan ang Jesuit Volunteers Philippines na maghatid sa inyo ng mga balita at kwentong totoo at may puso. Makinig sa mga istorya ng pagtutulungan, pagkakawang gawa, mga kwentong Serbisyong Kusang Loob. SKL. Share ko lang, Huwebes, alas 5 ng hapon, dito lang sa Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Share ko lang.
Let us remember that we are always in the holy presence of God.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The angel of the Lord declared